Hi guys, Jenna DeBose here, and I'm going to show you how to set up a testing session for the NWEA MAP testing that we will take 3 times a year to show growth. So once you go to the NWEA website and you sign in and log in as a teacher, this should be the screen that you see. To go ahead and start a test session and create a test session, you go over to the sidebar where it says Manage Test Sessions. Click Manage Test Sessions, and then it will take you to this screen. You click on Test My Class. So we first clicked on Manage Test Sessions, and then we clicked on Test My Class. Once you click on Test My Class, it brings you to this screen where you should see a list of all of your class periods. And then you can click on the periods to see your students and the roster within each period. That's important because to assign the test, you do need to click on the period and make sure all of the students have the check next to their name so that you can assign each of them the test. So when you choose the period and the students that need to be assigned a test and they each have a check mark next to it, you then click Assign Test. Once you click on Assign Test, then you get to choose which test you're going to assign. The MAP growth test is going to be assigned to all K through 8 math classes, Algebra 1, and then 5th and 8th grade science classes as well. So depending on the class you teach is the test that you will assign. Algebra 1 is right here. We have Math 6 Plus right here. And then we also have Science 6 Plus right here. So one of those 3 tests. I'm going to choose the Math 6 Plus as my test and click Assign. Once you click Assign, you should go back to this screen and it should show you the test that you chose. That's how you can check to make sure it worked. Okay, now any students that you have that are ARD or 504 and have the testing accommodation text to speech, you will choose each of those students each time you create a test session, and you have to click that student, whichever student it is, and then assign the accommodation by clicking on this button. Each time you create a test session, you do have to go in and assign those accommodations. So the 3 times we take it, you will have to assign the accommodations to those students. Only the students that have it in their paperwork do you assign those accommodations to. Okay, so I've chosen the student that I want to assign the accommodation to. I click Assign Accommodations. Text to speech is the only one we're utilizing, and it's way down at the bottom. And you click Text to Speech, and it will read everything to the student. Click Assign, and then you can see, yes, they have accommodations, and the test they're taking is this. So before you want to do this test, students will need to type in the session name. We want a session name that's going to go with, so that we can look at our data, that's going to go with what test it is and what period. So we're going to rename this testing session. Instead of T3297, we're going to change it. To do that, you push End Session. Click on End Session, and here's where we change the name. You will get to, everyone is going to be titling the first test that we take M1. Oops, 1, sorry. So M1 is the very beginning test session, and everybody's is going to be titled that. The number that you're going to put next is reflecting what class period the test is for. So M1 is math, first one, and then I'm going to pretend that this is for period 5, so I will put a 5. If it was first period, it would be a 1 right there, and it would be M11. Second period, M12. Now, if this was science, S1, and then whatever period. Algebra, still put M. So once I have that labeled, I save and exit. Oops, I've already done this one, sorry. 6th period. Save and exit.